sales. If people want that, they would want to opt in for that. And if they don't want that, then you wouldn't want to waste the money on sending it to the public, right?
Let me address that. First of all, well, we'll get into your process anyway. We, like every newspaper, has the lifeblood of the newspaper is advertising. Okay, it keeps people. I don't want to be harsh about it, and you guys do that. You can understand this. Okay, the lifeblood of any newspaper is advertising, whether it is Big E's. I think you guys carry the Big E.
Yep.
Okay, you guys have the Big E's. We have Stop and Shop and Big Y. You will rarely see a community that has two papers that have the same flyer, because of course they're not going to. That's expense for them to put money into having it inserted in both newspapers. So with the Gazette, they have Big E's and they have advertisers. With us, we have Stop and Shop and Big Y. Big lifeblood that keeps people employed. Okay, it is revenue in newspapers, and I was saying this to you too, Cindy, is that not only other businesses, but newspapers especially, and the media, have been hit hard. Everything's going great. Everything's going great until a year ago, 2 falls ago, the bottom dropped out. Everybody got affected. So this is a lifeblood. So yes, do we get money for Stop and Shop and Big Y at distributing their flyers? Because that's what they want. They want it out in the community so people go to their stores. But again, so they pay us to cover 100% of the market. And I'm going to ask you, if you want to be our marketing manager, I'd love you to be our marketing manager, because if you get the Republican, you get your Stop and Shop and Big Y. That would be great. We'd go up a lot of circulation. But people don't like to buy the paper, but to satisfy the advertisers, put the flyers out. Now, can people call and opt out? Yes. In the perfect world, in utopia, they should make a phone call, and bam, it stops. Not only does that not happen sometimes, not only with a flyer, but also with a paid product. You know, carrier misses a message, and that even happens to the Republican. And is Dennis Scogan still the district director over there?
Yeah.
Dennis has the same issue with circulation there. It's not perfect, unfortunately, and we wish it was. We have a system put in place now with ACI, in which Sandy will address with you, number one, about if a carrier goes by the next week, the paper's in the driveway.
We don't deliver anything.
We don't deliver a new one, and stop it.
Return it.
Okay? This is a new program that they're instituting now.
If the supplement is still in the driveway?
We don't deliver a new one, and we request a stop from.
So we're supposed to leave that purple bag for a week out on the street, just so you know we don't want it?
Well, or the other option would be to call in. You know, that's.
Okay, I understand. So that you won't have
It's a
pile
one-day
2 or 3 or 4.
Right.
That'll mean a stop forever.
So that might work
That's
because
good.
that might work because you know you've got a lot of people in the community who are going to be
And we
watching
have
this
some
thing,
artistic
so you
people
know.
in the community who could then perhaps come up with a simple symbol which they wouldn't mind adoring on their property that would indicate there's no delivery.
Put a sign up.
We just take that purple bag and do a little artistic balloon animal out of it, and that sends the signal. You know what I mean? That's probably the easiest.
Yeah, but again,
solution.
I don't think the burden should be on the people who don't want it.
But you understand,
Make
these
an
people.
effort not to get something they don't want in the first place.
But it's the nature of the medium. It's like the Hey Carla commercials that you hear on the radio. They drive you nuts. You have to listen to them because you know you like that radio station. But you've got the choice to turn it off. Their system, like Clay Crow's, if he's going to make a sign, I may not like it, but there's a sign ordinance that says that they can have the sign. They're in the business of publishing and distributing.
Yes, it's the way that's distributed it's offensive.
Were
I
you
make a calculation
finished?
if
Were you
you send
finished?
it
Is
to my
that the
mailbox.
whole system that you have?
Well, no, the whole system is. We are also testing a pilot program in which, when someone calls in, we can track the complaint and make sure that, you know, it does not happen again. We have people who are out verifying in the areas in different communities that actually go out and follow the list, make sure that the contractor is delivering to the addresses that are on their list and not to people that are not on the list.
And as an employer, it's difficult to maintain all that stuff. I mean, I can tell my wait staff what to do and what not to do, but as new people come in, our eyes can't be everywhere. And so mistakes get made, and what their system sounds like is that they're paying, you know, minimum wage to people to go around and do this stuff, and it's very difficult to keep an eye on those people. They, you know, I mean, they got time, and they're trying to hustle this stuff out. So the reality of it is, this is the system that's in place, and it's flawed. And what's the easiest solution? I mean, to work towards not having it. And phone calls, sure, they're going to keep track of stuff, but as they get a new driver to a new neighborhood, are they going to pay attention to all that stuff, or are they just going to simply go through their batch and be done with it?
Well, and in response to that, you know, everyone that ACI uses is very dependent contractors, so they have contracts with us, and they have contractual obligations that they are supposed to follow. And if they don't, their contract gets terminated, or there's, you know, fees, material breach fees for breaching their contract. So, but when we get complaints, or what we call hot issues, you know, we track those. So if we have carrier turnover, contractor turnover, we can give them that list and say, you know, here are your hot issues that have come up previously. That these absolutely must be addressed. Now, if you do nothing else, address these. And so, you know, and again, it's not a perfect system, but we're dealing with human beings who make mistakes and who also get tired, and you know, so we try to find out what those mistakes are and be proactive.
Can I, excuse me, I've been trying to.